Hello, this is Greg Weiss with Pacific Floorcare. Welcome to the introduction of the WDV-18 wet dry vac with Pacific. The WDV-18 is an 18-gallon wet dry vac. It has a 1 1/4 horsepower vac motor, which is extremely robust. You can see it's a high impact resin, rotomolded body, and it has a number of features that we'll go over today that I really think you'll enjoy. So the first thing that we want to introduce you to, it's really unique with this machine, is a cord saver. So one of the primary areas that our customers have told us for a while is, boy, the power cords always get pulled out because of the extension cord you're hooking it into. So built into the body of the machine is a cord saver. Put it in there, pulling on the extension cord, and it's never going to rip that out of there. So it's just an absolutely fantastic feature. If we follow through the operation of the machine itself, here's the raise and lower mechanism for the squeegee on the front. So it's really easy to use. You just set it, kick it, and lower it. The squeegee itself is all metal. So we have an all metal squeegee hooked up to a vac hose. The vac hose is inset. So you come up against a wall and you can get this squeegee blade right up against a wall. So it's really fantastic for getting in those areas where a lot of other wet dry vacs just can't do. You also notice how high the vac brings the recovery hose into this. So it makes sure with this 18-gallon tank, you're filling it as far as you can. Unlike some other machines on the marketplace where the vac hose actually goes into the middle of the tank, it doesn't make a difference how many gallons the tank may be, it's only how far you can fill it based on what you can bring into it. So let's visit this really unique squeegee here for you. So you'll notice it's all metal. It is a breakaway, so it's on a metal frame. And we have an extra large caster wheel on the front, which is rubber and non-marking. If you take a look at this, you'll notice that there's no screws or bolts on the sides, nothing to rust out. So to replace the squeegee blades, it's so very simple. You have one wing nut there, another one there. You loosen those up, and what that does is it loosens the channel in the middle. So then you can just take your squeegee blade and just remove it. And then when you need a new one to replace it, you just take it, put it back in the channel like so. And then you can adjust it. And then you just tighten the bolts down, the wing nuts, I should say. And that creates the interlock channel, and you're all good to go. So nothing to rust out, nothing to break on you. And it's really easy to put it right back on. So just put it right back into the channel, tighten it down, and your squeegee has been replaced. Squeegee blade all new, and you're good to go. Other things that you'll notice on the bottom and the base of the machine itself on the tank is you have handles on the back. The handles actually are used for a tip and pour design on the machine. You have two drains for this. You have a drain on the back, which is a tip and pour. So you bring this up to a commode, you take the handles I just showed you, tip it back, and it drains all the dirty water into a commode or a elevated drain. And then you have a traditional drain, which is by far, as you can see, really at the bottom of the tank. So it empties absolutely everything out of there. So you don't end up with that embarrassing little bit of water on the bottom. It creates a foul odor and a smell. It's a crimp hose on the back, so you can control how much water is coming out. And there's a really nice lid on it also to make sure everything's set. And again, it keeps it within the frame of the machine or the body of the machine, keeps things from getting hooked on and ripped off and torn. So it's a really fantastic design. We look at the top of the machine rather than the base. So the top does come completely off. You have a little latch that's right there, holds it down and firm. It tilts back, and then as we can see, a really wide, large area to rinse, clean, wipe down, whatever you would need to do. We also have this baffle that's right here. So when water comes in through the recovery hose, hits this baffle, breaks it away, keeps it from getting into the vac motor. You'll see here that this is a foam breaker, and there's also a ball float inside there. Now we do have a dry filter. So when you're vacuuming dry components with it, it keeps it from expelling it and clogging up the motor. Here's the dry filter that comes with the machine. They've got a top or a cap that's on there. It just easily slides over the top, put it on there, over your base, and then you have a wing nut that just attaches there. Tighten that down, and you're all good to go for dry contaminants or dust collection with the machine. We also have, as with our auto scrubbers, automotive style gasket on here to make sure that we have a really nice fantastic seal. Again, anything that picks up as a vacuum is only as good as the seal that you have on it. So it's easily replaceable, user-friendly. The top actually does come right on off of it itself. So if you take the top off and you're trying to clean it out, you can take your lid and put it right there. So it's got a built-in lid holder for the drain for your tip pour, which is really, really cool. To put this back on, you line it back up, drop it, latch it, and you're good to go.